Number 28. I once put an automotive tubeless tire on a rim totally manually. I did this several times actually, and managed to air the tire up to where the bead of the tire is sealed against the rim, which, if you've never tried it, is not an easy thing to do. I've done mushrooms. Actually, I like the shiitakes the best. Saute them, put them in a Philly cheesesteak with Swiss cheese. Don't use provolone. Just nasty, nasty, nasty cheese is provolone. Okay, 30. I've cut my own hair for the last 30 years. The last few years with a robo-cut. It's been a few months since I've cut it, so which may be a good thing, because as soon as you mention robo-cut, people's going to start looking at your hair and say, God, that's an awful job. So since it's growed out, you can't really make any judgments much. I don't have that much to work with to start with, in my opinion. 31. I've put my shopping cart back in the proper place in store parking lots 100% of the time in my whole life. I have never not put my shopping cart back. And frankly, people who don't put their shopping carts back, people who leave their shopping carts strung all over the parking lot to break free and run into people's cars, are fucking assholes. You know who you are out there? If you don't put your shopping cart back, you are a fucking asshole. 32. I once stuck a fork in a plugged-in toaster to get a stuck piece of toast out and got badly shocked. Wow. Did I mention I finished in the top 11% of my graduating class? Maybe if I'd have been 10%, maybe that top 10%, I bet you none of those people have ever done that. So I needed to get 1% up. I've donated blood in my life 8 times. And this one I find particularly embarrassing. I tried to move objects with the power of my mind. Apparently I just didn't have enough mind power, because can't get one hair to quiver. Just don't have the mind power. We need more power, Scotty. Okay. 35. I carried a Walking Liberty 50-cent piece around with me for 3 years for no particular reason. One day I was playing a pinball machine. I ran out of quarters. I took my my Walking Liberty 50-cent piece to the counter, exchanged it for 2 quarters, and then proceeded to put the 2 quarters into the pinball machine. Wow, what a stupid thing to do, huh? I wrote a cancel my subscription letter to a magazine, which they published in their letter section. So, nobody's interested in my short story, but apparently I write a damn fine cancel my subscription letter. 37. I once traded my brand new plastic Duncan yo-yo for 3 wooden yo-yos, which fell apart the first day I used them. Well, I make bad trades. 38. I came close to shedding a tear at Elvis's grave in Graceland. And I'm not even an Elvis fan, but fortunately nobody noticed. Can't believe I've done that. Not even an Elvis fan. 39. I had a large barracuda jump out of the water within an arm's length from me at the beach, at the Myrtle Beach in the surf. 40. I've grown a long beard and shaved it off about a dozen times. 41. I once played a cassette tape of various physical symptoms that I had at a doctor's office to the doctor, because I felt I would forget something if I just told him myself. In retrospect, very dumb thing to do. Later on, he referred me to another doctor, and when the other doctor was out of the room, I read my chart, And it was in there. This doctor said that he apologized for recommending me to him because he felt that I was a hypochondriac, which really, I mean, I'm anything but a hypochondriac. If you remember several points, for several numbers back here, you know, I skated 2 miles, skated 2 miles to my van with a broken collarbone, and on that deal, the broken collarbone deal, and the hydrocele operation, they gave me prescriptions for Percocet, for later on. Never even had them filled. Just hate taking pills. 42. I have this recurring dream where I'm able to dunk a basketball. And I've never been able to dunk a basketball, never will be able to dunk a basketball. But it's a pretty cool dream because every time I dunk a basketball in this dream, every time I have a dream, I'll do like 12 dunks, and each time it's just like a sense of wonderment that I'm able to do it. And I'm just so pleased. 43. I seldom read books, but I read a lot of stuff on the net, but seldom read books. But for some reason, I once read an 800-page book called Sacagawea, if that's the correct pronunciation. It's about an Indian woman who accompanied Lewis and Clark on their expedition. 44. When my cat brings a live rat in through the pet door, which it does unfortunately quite often, I always shut my cat up inside the house, catch the rat eventually, and I carry the rat out and gently put it in the weeds at the edge of the yard, and it scurries off, probably only to be caught again the next night, but I do what I can. 40, let's see, okay, 45, I once locked my cat up in the bathroom on purpose with a surveillance camera so I could tell when she ate some food with some powdered medicine on it that I got from the vet. I had tried it, just out normal, and she wouldn't eat it, so I locked her in the bathroom with a surveillance camera. I watched her for 2 hours. She went and smelled the food a dozen times, never ate it. I got to feeling bad. I couldn't take it anymore, so I let her on out. 46. Memorized all the lyrics to the song Louie Louie.